Hello, everyone, and welcome to the long anticipated episode 2 of Alchemist's Castle. I am your host, Ryan, your Prince of Alchemy. Alright, so we're going to discuss a bunch of things, really. Okay. Sorry, I had some set up. So we're going to talk about a lot of things. Well, first off, can we discuss that 2020 was absolutely fucking terrible? I mean, Jesus Christ. And I don't know about y'all, but I can't wait for this year to be over. Oh, how do I hate the 2020? Let me count the ways. The pandemic happened. Everybody was out of work for a few months. I should know, I was one of them. The reason why I'm working nowadays. Hey, Killer J, how are you, man? Yeah, so I am working every Tuesday and Thursday now, and only on those days. So, yeah. Shit sucks. Oh, let's not forget all of the protesting and riots that happened over George Floyd's death. Yeah, that was crazy. Murder hornets, remember those? And there was toilet paper shortages. And I'm going to make a brief mention of this year's election because that was pretty freaking crazy. But yeah, we are in December. Today is December 5th, 2020. We're in the last month of this horrible fucking year. And I'm just going to say, thank God it's almost over. Whew. Nintendo Switch storages. I thought that was a thing 3 years ago. It's still a thing now? Didn't know that. Right, live now. Yeah. So yeah, it's really crazy. Thank God it's almost over. So, all right. So I think everybody has no in Discord, either on VGLs or mine, that I have watched the 2020 Mulan remake, and yeah, I'm gonna be honest, it was a waste of my time. Yeah, the cinematography was nice, the music was great, but that's about it. Y'all remember on how Mulan 2 was a crappy sequel and it was a disgrace to the original film? Yeah, in some ways, the remake was genuinely worse than 2. And I'm gonna open up Wikipedia because I know I'm probably am going to be pretty forgetful on who played who in the movies. Generally positive. What? Okay, there's Yifei Liu, who played Mulan, and yeah, she. I don't really think she would. I never really seen much of the movies she's been in, but yeah, I don't really think she was a good Mulan at all. Ning Wen, the voice, was genuinely better suited for Mulan anyway, because there was a lot of charm, there was a lot of character, and there was a lot of personality to her. All of which Liu completely lacked. It's crazy. Yeah, and we all know that Mulan, Shang, yeah, they're not in the movie. That's a thing. They obviously confirmed it. The music wasn't there, but they've obviously used orchestral versions, and they reference and some of the a few of the dialogue actually reference the songs or the lyrics specifically, which was pretty strange in essence. Jeez. And the way they go at it was just really stupid. So in the remake, they actually gave Mulan this adaptability of chi, which basically turns her into a Captain Marvel-esque character. And how she's so flawless and basically decided, hey, let's have her at point B and not include point A, just so that we can have a role model for women to look up to and be like, no. Oh, we have a guest.
Thanks for having thanks for having me on, Prince.
You're quite welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the detective himself, Meg Detective. Round of applause,
Mechanized
everybody.
detective, the indie specialist. So I specialize in Nintendo and indie games.
Yeah. So we had I had a brief discussion with one person watching, and that's Killer J. Shout out to him, by the way. And we were discussing on how horrible 2020 was, and I was just in the middle of discussing the Mulan remake,
Oh
which I
yeah, I
saw
remember you
recently.
mentioned that on Discord. Ooh boy, that movie itself was just terrible.
I know, honestly,
I have to watch that movie twice, and it was a nightmare.
you watched it twice, you poor soul.
My folks wanted to watch it.
God, man. Well, I was intending on avoiding it because I've been avoiding Disney remakes like the plague ever since I saw the Lion King remake.
Yeah, the Lion
But
King remake I don't like, but I'm with VG on this one. On its own, it's fine, I guess, but comparing to the original just blows it out of the water.
yeah, and with Mulan and Lion King, I noticed there was a trend that Disney has been falling into, and that they taking their original work, pretty much sucking up everything that what made them so special and beloved, and just turning them into live action is like just for the sake of money. I get it, they're a company, but goddamn, don't tarnish your legacy like that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm one of the people who don't like the Beauty and Beast live action and the Maleficent live action.
I didn't like Maleficent either.
My mother likes it, but I don't. Because some of the parts it just feels like, okay, you want to change up the story. That's fine. But yeah, I have to add like certain components in order for it to make, say, Sleeping Beauty.
My biggest gripe was how they had made attempts to make Maleficent sympathetic, and it's like, well, if you've actually looked at Maleficent as a character in the original movie, she wasn't at all sympathetic at all. That's the whole point of her character.
Mm-hmm. I know they're trying to
Oh,
flip the
look,
script to
Killer J
saying
is
the
about to
king
come
is the
in.
main villain, but that didn't work out very well. At least the sequel is better, I guess?
I never saw the sequel. I have no intention on seeing the sequel.
Have you seen Dumbo, Prince?
No, I have not.
I feel like this is the movie, one of those cases of a movie that I like, but everyone else don't like. Because I've seen critics hate the Dumbo live action.
Honestly, yeah, it's. I don't really think that critics were ever too, well, nice towards Tim Burton, and yeah, he directed it.
Yeah, that's true. Looking at the Alice in Wonderland Tim Burton movies.
Yeah, I saw the Alice in Wonderland remake in theaters when I was 16, and I remember liking it.
I like it as well. Kind of reminds me a little bit of American McGee's Alice. Does any of you guys heard of that game before?
I have read a Wikipedia. I read the article on Wikipedia about it, but I have not played the game.
Uh,
All right.
Okay, I'm here now.
Hello there, Jay.
Hello.
Hello, Killer J.
Hello.
Anyway, on the topic of Mulan, I actually talked about on how I never really liked Mulan's character in the remake because it falls in the same pitfalls as Captain Marvel,
Captain
where
Marvel.
the title character is like this. Oh, we were a flawless character, so people can actually use her as a role model. And like, what?
What? Yeah.
Okay.
Captain Marvel's just ass.
Well, I never saw Captain Marvel, but when I saw her in Avengers Endgame, I was like, there's just something that's off about her. Maybe it's how Brie has this face that says, "Yeah, I'm doing it. Am I getting paid yet?" I mean, that's what it seemed like to me.
I got Justice Mini the other day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Play some Shinobi Free there. Play that. It was pretty fun. I beat the first boss of Shinobi Free.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. You want to see a certain gaming star play Shinobi?
No. Please don't bring that guy up.
Okay. So what's new, guys?
Well, we were just in the middle of talking about my thoughts on the Mulan remake, and there were, let's see, there was some elements that they added which were rather superfluous. Like they added the fact that Mulan has a sister, and it's like she serves no point in the story. There's the Phoenix, served no point to the story. They replaced Shan Yu as a villain, and I'm like, are you serious? And the villain wasn't even that good.
It wasn't really that interesting. Even the witch tried to act as the polar opposite of Mulan, but does not really work very well. It needs some time to that character to build up before she Can I spoil certain sections of the film, or I don't want to be like that guy?
Well, I don't really think a lot of people are going to watch it anyway. And yeah, there are some. Might as well just slap a spoiler warning on it. So
Well,
yeah, we will include spoilers. I forgot to mention that earlier, but here you go.
All right, so the my problem with the witch is that there isn't really much development for the character, and then when she passed away, it's like, bleh, that's it.
Yeah, I thought that the way she died was stupid. It's like, oh, I'm gonna take the killing blow for Mulan. I'm like, dude, you bitch, you talked with her for you talked to her like 3 times throughout the whole film, and you're suddenly like, yeah, I'm going to, I respect Mulan now, despite the fact that she was your enemy at one point.
And also, she's a woman on the battlefield.
Battlefield
They're
5.
they're both the same. They fight on opposite sides, but but I need more in order for me to make the witch a little bit more sympathetic.
So it's not that she wasn't superfluous; she was just executed in a half-assed fashion.
Yeah, she
Go
just
figure.
Yeah.
just there to deliver the killing blow or something there. And plus, the acting isn't very good.
Yeah,
And did you
the
notice
acting is
that
so
one
mediocre.
line that the actress plays Mulan, she kind of stuttered there at one point about like during the scene that the general is going to introduce him to his son or something.
Yeah.
Actually,
No,
her
it's
daughter.
true.
Sorry, her
His
daughter.
daughter.
Right.
And
No,
there's a
And then
matchmaker,
she
and
kind of
like,
paused like that. It's like, yes, I think this is yes, sir. It is a pause honor or something. I don't remember the exact line there, but she did kind of pause there, and they kept that recording.
and after that scene, we get treated to the burning village scene. Remember in the original when we were having this whimsy musical number about finding an ideal girlfriend, a girl worth fighting for?
Yeah.
That song comes to an abrupt end, and we get to see the village burning and stuff. And it's like, and for a while, we just get some silence with Jerry Goldsmith music and everybody looking on the destruction, and we see the soldiers and Shang's father dead.
The girl we're fighting for scene has been replaced by like the guys talking about like meeting and one of the characters Ling's gonna meet talked about his match and about to be married to that said girl, and then they were talking about that said discussion.
I review manager with VGL there. So just let you know, guys, review manager with VGL.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I got Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's a good game there.
I have my issues with FF7, but
Yes, FF7, yeah.
because my main issue with FF7 Remake is that it's episodic.
Yeah, it's episodic, but I forget how many
And
episodes.
episodic games don't usually end pretty well.
How many episodes is it supposed to be anyway?
Simply more, of course.
Cough. Life is Strange. Cough.
Tell me why.
I don't want to know why that game is trash.
Which one? Tell me why.
Tell me why.
Yeah. There's a transgender character in it there.
Yeah, I know one other person dislikes that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I can't tell which.
I'm just hoping Tell Me Why loses to Spiritfarer.
Hope so too there.
Because Spiritfarer is amazing.
Yeah. You think Last of Us 2 is going to win all the Game of the Year awards or what?
I made a little side bet that if Last of Us Part 2 wins, I have to buy a copy of Last of Us and have to play on grounded difficulty.
Okay, the second one or the first one?
First one.
Okay, the first one.
If Kid Smooth can do it, I can do it too.
Well, you probably going to play better in that game than a certain someone. I'm not going to mention his name, but you can probably finish the game.
Yeah, but I if I'm going to review the game, I have to finish the game first.
That's what I mean. Even if you get a good percentage in the game, you're still reviewing it, as long as you're not playing more than 5 minutes, sir.
As long as I finish the game, that's all that matters for me. That's my criteria.
Yeah, me it's like
Unless maybe it's a rogue, because rogues tend to test my patience and I have a short attention span.
you play 3 or 4 hours in a game, you have a good enough.
I just want to maintain my credentials, and when
Okay.
I will do a game if I can beat it.
Well, if you can beat it, that's even better. That's even better. You can beat the game and then review it there.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like to. I would like to review that machine there. Nowhere Heroes 1 there for the Switch there. That one there and the second one.
Oh yeah,
Second-
it's great that No More Heroes 1 and 2 is on Switch. That'll
Yeah.
be a
Nice.
possible pickup for me.
I still have the first one on Wii, but I haven't touched it. I'll only play 2 and Travis Strikes Again.
Travis Strikes. Yeah, Travis. Yeah, that one there. You think Travis Touchdown should be for Smash Bros. Ultimate?
Hope so. Even despite he got a me costume, that kind of breaks me there.
Yeah.
Sorry, that my heart was shattered during that moment. Same thing with Zale for being a spirit in Smash Ultimate.
Travis Touchdown should be.
Oh
there.
yeah, the reason just to address for anyone that I have got Smash Ultimate because I lost a bet behind the scenes. That's why I had to buy the game. That's why I know about it.
Yeah. I hate Minecraft. I hate that Puppets, not Puppet Steve, but that Steve character from Minecraft was terrible.
My issue with Steve is that he is the first indie representative as a playable fighter.
Yeah, for sure. Banjo-Kazooie was pretty cool because Banjo was on Nintendo at one point there before Microsoft bought their asses there.
It's nice they have 2 Microsoft representatives for Smash.
Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie is probably the best one there.
Yeah, that's true. Despite I'm not into I cannot get into his play style.
No,
My patience is a godsend because here I don't even know how we went from Mulan talking about the Mulan remake to discussing video games, but here we are.
here we are indeed.
Yeah, I
I dealt
typed
with
in,
terrible
I'm
games.
sorry everybody, but I understand where y'all coming from. I mean, this movie was terrible. Nobody's interested in talking about it, but
I'm no stranger to terrible games. It's all part of the territory.
Yeah,
or terrible movies for that matter. Anyway, so all the nuance and beauty of that scene was completely cut out. Instead, we have people talking during when they were walking around the burned village, and I'm like, wow. So that just sums up my overall problems with the Mulan with the remake is that which is basically a problem that a lot of people have with remakes in general, and I actually tweeted about this.
So, if you can fix Mulan, what would it be? How will you do it?
I don't know, and to be honest, I don't really care
Do you
because
think Mushu will fix the movie?
Mushu.
I wish.
Oh, if only.
Fucking wish. All right. So here's the tweet. So I decided to watch the Mulan remake out of curiosity. Once again, it is a remake that is devoid of everything that made the original movie great. I wish that Disney would stop with the remakes, but they won't because y'all keep giving them money.
And let's not forget that it was only pretty much as a Disney Plus only at the time. Because originally it's going to be in theaters, but Disney said
COVID-19
nope,
happened.
nope. This is going to be a Disney Plus exclusive for the time being.
Well, the pandemic was like the biggest reason why. So.
Yeah, that's understandable. Though.
You know that Warner Bros. Is putting their movies on their streaming service too?
Yeah, I've noticed.
They're supposed to put the new Mortal Kombat movie on their streaming service just to make sure it's future proof because theaters lost a lot of money during the pandemic there. No one could watch movies at the theaters. No one can do barely anything with the pandemic. It was that bad there.
Yeah, due to the pandemic, I think it affects the whole movie theater business because now streaming's been a thing.
Yeah, streaming's been a thing for a while there.
Of course. Yeah, so people want to just complain about how Disney only is interested in doing live action remakes. There's barely any anime content anymore. It's like, well, if you stop giving Disney money, just stop buying tickets to go see them, then maybe they'll have an incentive to stop.
That is
But-
true.
I
But
mean,
people,
it's pretty
I
much the reason
rarely
why they
see a
stopped
good
doing
live
things.
action from Disney.
people have no self-control. That's a problem to fucking buy anything. Even if it's dog shit, they'll still buy it there.
Well, it's
I-
Disney. They are possibly the most profitable brands in the entire business world. So maybe that's just wishful thinking on my end. Holy shit, I am tired of people going to see live action remakes and complaining about how terrible it's like, well, they need to stop doing it. Well, if you want them to stop, then stop giving them money.
Vote for your
they're-
wallet, right?
Pretty
vote
much.
with your fucking wallet. It's the same thing with the direct-to-video sequels. Yeah, it started off fine, and then it just declined in quality every time they come out with something. And people got so tired of it, they pretty much said, yeah, we're no longer doing this. I mean, the last sequel was Little Mermaid 3, and that was like 2008.
They're supposed to, aren't they supposed? What's next for Disney making live action there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
All I know is I'm not going to go see it.
No.
All I know is their next project is Last Dragon. I guess that's what it's called, and I'm looking forward to that.
I think it's Raya and the Last Dragon, but I know that Kelly Marie Tran's in it.
I know. Wait. Let me look.
Yeah, I
Mandalorian.
know, Rose-Tico.
I think Mandalorian. Go ahead. Shut up. Oh, I mean,
So yeah, Kelly Marie Tran is in the movie. In the upcoming movie.
I think Mandalorian is pretty much the only thing that's making Disney money at the moment, from what I
that's
heard.
what I was. That's what I was.
That's the only thing that Disney got right with Star Wars. Maybe Rogue One, but that's just me.
Yeah, I like Rogue One.
I think Mandalorian is probably the best thing Disney has produced in the past many years. There.
So, what are your thoughts on the recent episode of The Mandalorian?
I haven't seen Mandalorian.
Ah,
I heard good things
All right,
about
Raya and the Last Dragon, and it's scheduled to be theatrically released on March 12th, 2021.
hope it's good.
Me too.
Well, I don't remember. What was the last animated film that I watched from Disney?
Moana, and that was like 2016.
Yeah.
I thought it was Frozen 2.
Oh, Frozen 2, that was like 2 years ago.
2018 for Frozen 2.
2018.
Oh,
wait,
2019.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I'm thinking either Frozen 2 or Toy Story 4.
I wasn't counting Pixar there. Sorry about that.
Ah,
Pixar, yeah.
Yeah. The point, yeah, and what makes it worse is that there's actually a sequel to the live action Lion King, and they're planning to do a live action Hercules.
Oh yeah.
And there was already a live action Lady and the Tramp on Disney Plus, and I'm not advertising for Disney, by the way.
yeah, that one's just all right, I guess. Just to let you guys know my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
I guess with me, the only reason why I stopped at Lion King was because of how much I utterly detested it. Because
Same.
I love the original so much. It's actually one of my favorite movies of all time, and they pretty much sucked out everything that made it so amazing.
Yeah.
For
Not
example,
even James
remember
Earl Jones couldn't save it.
Remember that they only mentioned part of the song of "Be Prepared." That's it, and not the entire
They
song.
didn't show the entire song.
They only say "Be prepared" for like that one moment, and that's it. And I
The
don't
biggest
like
crime
how.
for me was that nobody seems to be allowed to emote. And I'm like,
Yeah, I think that's the limitation for live action when it comes to using CGI animals.
Yeah.
And-
Because with cartoons or cartoons and animation, there is a lot more. There is like different ways to emote.
well, of course.
You think there should be an N64 Mini?
Depends if they can run the games pretty well at 60 FPS or something. Because I think some of the games on the N64 don't really age very well,
No.
despite being one of my favorite consoles of all time. But yeah, but if you want to talk about what games I want, if the N64 Mini exists, let's see here. Definitely, of course, Mario 64 is gonna be on there.
Of course, it's going to be on there.
Paper Mario, of course, that's one of my favorite games of all time.
First Smash Bros. Game.
Yes. You want to put Yoshi's Story on there?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Diddy Kong Racing, but that's going to be stretched because it's rare.
I don't know GoldenEye being on there.
GoldenEye, Mischief Makers, Banjo Kazooie, but I don't know that's going to be okay with that because of rare.
Star Fox 64.
Star Fox 64, definitely.
They can do.
Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask,
Yeah, that's like a staple.
of course.
Kirby.
Crystal Shards, one of the best Kirby games I've ever made. What else? Mario Kart 64. Mario Golf and Mario Tennis, if possible.
Yeah.
Pokemon, maybe possibility.
Pokemon Stadium.
Pokemon
1 and 2.
Stadium 1 and 2, if there's a possibility because of the whole rental using the Game Boy pack thing, but I don't think that's going to be possible. Pokemon Snap, definitely.
They could just use the 3DS, make sure that it's compatible with 3DS, because Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, and Crystal are on Virtual Console.
If they're still going to do that, if they already discontinued the 3DS.
It's a shame too.
What? Oh yeah, I remember there's one.
And I'm depressed about that.
It'll be interesting if they add Pokemon Puzzle League. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just. So yeah, to sum up, I didn't really like the Mulan remake a lot, and I think that we need to ensure that Disney stops doing live action remakes, and as such, we need to stop giving them our money to do so. But that is a pipe dream at this point because it's Disney, and man, they could just put out a movie that's just literally about literal shit, and it would still make billions of dollars.
It's Disney. They can make money off anything.
I heard that the pandemic's been hitting them pretty hard, but
yeah, that's true. So pretty much their main money makers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna do my part and just. Oh, it's a live action remake. I'll just stop giving. I'll not give them my money then. And VGL is here. Hello there, Video Miller 58.
Hello, VGL. How are you doing?
So yeah, my friends and I have briefly discussed I have discussed my relief that 2020 is almost over, and thank God, because it's utter horrible.
Plus, it's not really a good year for a Nintendo gamer.
Oh yeah, I've been playing Octopath Traveler again, and I've recently got back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. So,
What house are you working on?
Black Eagles. I just started.
Gag.
Yeah, of course. You're just jealous because Edelgard is going to be my waifu, and she's not yours yet.
I was gonna say Petra over Edelgard, but okay.
You like Bayonetta mecha or what?
You
like Bayonetta or what?
No.
Okay.
But are you talking about I beaten Fire Emblem Three Houses?
Yes.
I have. I only done the Blue Lions path.
Okay.
I love everyone on Blue Lions.
Yeah.
Compared to Golden Deer and Black Eagles, there's like one person I don't like.
There.
So yeah, 2020 was
For
utterly
Black
terrible.
Eagles, I'm not a fan of Linhardt, and for Golden Deer, Hilda's a character I just love to hate.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2020 was utterly terrible because of pandemic. There's been some protests have gone wrong. George Floyd was murdered, and a lot of horrible ass things.
I know a lot of bad shit happened.
Also, speaking of Killer J, you mentioned there was some Nintendo Switch shortages.
Yeah,
This year?
there was. Yeah, there was. I was trying to look for a Nintendo Switch and I couldn't find one for the longest time.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. It's just you going store to store trying to find one.
Yeah, but my older brother had to sell me his just so I could get one. He didn't want to Switch anymore.
Go
oh,
figure.
nice.
I thought that was an issue like 3 years ago, but
What was the issue during the pandemic? Was all the fucking scalpers that had those Autobots buying all the consoles there, all the Switches.
yeah, and I heard that scalpers are going to do the same shit with the PS5.
They're already doing that again. They're doing that PS5 and Series X there.
This is why you don't buy consoles day one.
No,
I don't buy that.
Because I don't want to spend $500 just to be a tester if the console works.
the console should work on fucking day one there. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm. That's why
As
I'm
for
just gonna
me,
wait
I
for a
just
little
wait.
bit. So, okay, got maybe the console's now up and running. They should be fine. Don't need to worry about any form of malfunctions. So yeah.
Yeah, as for me, I'm just waiting around till there's like certain games I wanted to get. And I'm just on my knees hoping that there's going to be a Persona 6 for PS5.
I don't know it because the original voice for Igor passed away.
Well,
You probably got a replacement voice actor.
oh yeah, I've heard there are some people in the community that have died this year.
Yeah. The YouTube community or what?
I think video game community too.
Yeah.
There's one person I know that he voiced Peppy here from Star Fox Zero. And
Yeah, he died of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss his barrel rolls.
Do a barrel roll.
Yeah, Sean Connery died of old age.
Yeah.
Eddie Van Halen died of throat cancer.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Chadwick Boseman died. That was like,
Pat Patterson died.
yeah, man.
Pat Patterson, who else
Holy
died?
shit. Yeah, as soon as I heard that Chadwick got it, I was like, yeah, fuck this year. Chadwick was way too young to go out like that. Rest in peace, man. And also, we have been haphazardly discussing my thoughts on the Mulan remake. And yeah, I thought it was terrible. Because, like all the remakes I've seen, they've been doing that since Beauty and the Beast in 2017. They took the original movie, they made live action, but in the process took out everything that made the original so beloved in the first place.
Yeah. Howard Finkel died, and Shad Gaspar from Crime Time died. Kamala died too. That was another one. One of the Armstrongs there died. And the wrestler Animal died. Tracy Smothers. A lot of them passed away.
Yeah, speaking of deaths, I got a confession to make.
Yeah.
Remember that tweet when I was saying about my dog having lymphoma cancer and he died from it?
Oh, I think I
Yeah, he
remember
did
that.
die. He did have lymphoma cancer, but he didn't die from it. But
Did,
the
did he
reason
die
why he
from old
died was
age?
because we had to put him down because he was in so much pain.
Yeah,
He was hurting so bad that we pretty much had to put him down.
I
To be
can't.
fair, I made the tweet before I even knew we had to put him down. So
No.
Darn.
I can't. I can't. I can't live for 16 years. I can't live for 16 years. It was a fucking tick in her ear, and then she got sick there. Still fighting through it. Then we had to put her to sleep because she was in pain. It was bad though.
yeah, and from what my mom told me, that it was a I think it was an advanced stage. I think stage 3 or 4. And I remember when I saw my dog, he was limping.
Yikes.
And it's like, well, we gotta lay him down in a cage. It's like, okay, I gotta take my dog. I was like, no, man, he's hurting right now. I'm like, okay. And when I got the news, I was at work.
Yep. Earthworm Jim 3D. I'm about to stream in a minute. That's cool.
I'll be
These
having
are-
a time playing that one. I heard it isn't very good.
I would say that the redeeming quality would be the anime I have seen.
Are you
And
talking about any redeeming qualities happened in 2020?
Yeah, I have checked out some rather interesting anime recently, and it's not seasonal, though I have been watching Fire Force Season 2, and I got one more episode, and then I'm done with Season 2 and Fire Force in general because it's like, I don't really think it's getting to me. Meanwhile, I'm more excited for Dr. Stone in the meantime. It's weird because back when Fire Force and Dr. Stone were kicking off, I was more excited for the former than the latter, but nowadays, I'm like, I can't wait for Dr. Stone Season 2.
So far, what is your anime of the year?
I haven't really seen a lot of anime in 2020, although I have been watching the Digimon Adventure reboot.
Same. I don't really watch that much anime. I'm just not huge into it.
Oh. As for the non-seasonal stuff,
Right now, I'm currently trying to finish the last season of Food Wars.
oh, I've watched, yeah,
And we all know it's not very good.
yeah, I read the manga, and the ending was very haphazard.
Plus, I know the anime can be over the top, but this season you don't need to go way crazy levels of over the top. Like a chainsaw carving knife, really?
Yeah, I actually made a list of anime that I've been keeping track of. It's basically based off of Mall, my anime list. Let's see. I've watched a large chunk of the Gundam OVAs. I've getting into Full Metal Panic.
Oh, Killer J, are you eating chips?
Oh,
Cheez-Its.
Jesus.
Yeah.
and I've just recently finished watching Attack on Titan Season 3.
Ah.
The last 3 episodes were fucking insane, man.
Everyone on live. V-Chill's apparently live now too.
Oh, crap.
Oh. What he's been up to?
I'm gonna check right now there.
Let's see. He just finished the GBA Lord of the Rings Two Towers.
Okay, he's live now.
What is he playing?
God of War, Ghost of Sparta, God of War. That's what he said.
Oh, okay.
That's good. I can't sleep on the bed.
For me, I just recently finished Blaster Massive Zero. Can't wait to play the second game. Because the first one, game is fine, but it's not for me. I just keep constantly losing my attention span.
I played Maneater today, but fuck, dude, there's like this one enemy is like level 40 and like level 20 some. I can't kill the enemy. Freaking enemy's over leveled.
Maybe I'll get Maneater on PlayStation 5 when it gets dirt cheap.
Yeah, it'll be good. It's not bad.
Problem is, there's no Steam release for Maneater, so.
Oh.
Well, it's only an Epic exclusive.
It's supposed to come for the Switch, Maneater.
Oh gosh, I can imagine how bad the game's gonna run.
Yeah, if I'm surprised Tripwires are you importing the damn thing over.
Yeah. If I'm gonna enjoy Maneater on the Switch, I need to get that Black Bond gas mask.
Yeah.
Put my mask on here.
Yeah, I was wearing that gas mask whilst playing Age of Calamity.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised. I actually enjoy Age of Calamity more than Battletoads 2020. Maybe because some of the lighthearted cutscenes made me laugh at certain moments compared to Battletoads 2020's juvenile humor.
Yeah, Battletoads 2020 with the fucking diaper scene. Like anyone
And the war scene made me go, yeah.
Fucking Phil Spencer must have wrote that scene, put that scene in the game.
So, yeah, in case you're wondering about my end, I have played through Final Fantasy IX, I've played through Valkyria Chronicles, I've beaten the main game of Pokemon Black 2, and I'm trying so hard to get through the post-game, but I am just too fucking lazy right now to do so. Or that, and I got stuff to do.
Alright,
So
speaking of
play
Valkyria Chronicles, favorite type of unit?
Hard to say, really. I mean, I guess a large chunk of favorite characters happen to be either scouts or shock troopers. I really like snipers.
The snipers are cool.
Yeah, and the mechanics are like the clerics of the game.
I do like the shock troopers, especially if there's one shock trooper that hates Imperials and get like bonus damage from killing them.
Oh yeah, you get them to like level 15 and they basically become incredibly powerful. I really like the sniper skill where you basically get to cancel out your enemy unit's defenses when you target them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. It came so in handy when I had to fight Maximilian at the end of the game.
Yeah, Maximilian's quite a pain to fight.
Yeah, you can
especially you need to shut down those generators. You need to use your lancers to get the job done.
You can actually get to the farthest one with your sniper.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I know it because I actually was looking at YouTube videos about, oh look, we can actually get an A rank on it, and I heard that you can actually beat the final chapter in like 2 turns or something.
Yeah, you can cheese the fight pretty easy, and certain missions a lot easier. Using one particular character.
I played Spider-Man Miles Morales on PS4. I figured it was fun.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like more of the same as Marvel Spider-Man from 2018?
Yeah, it does, but it has like new superpowers and like Venom Punch and Venom Ground Slam and that there.
I just feel like feels like I'm playing the same game compared to Marvel Spider-Man in 2018 with Miles Morales.
Yeah, Miles Morales has some different different abilities and stuff there. But Miles Morales is a lot shorter too. Doesn't last that long, the campaign.
Yeah. So there's actually some stuff I've been planning to get for Christmas this year.
Yeah. So what are you planning on getting?
Persona 5 Royal for starters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also getting Marvel's Avengers there for PS4. Let's see how the game turns out. As I know there's some not so good things about it, but I might see how it plays there. I know Asher Man was playing Avengers there.
Speaking of Persona 5, Scramble finally got a release date, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah, it comes out in late February, if I can recall.
Yay, might be a solid pre-order for my 27th birthday, but I don't know.
For me, definitely is a worthy pre-order for the PlayStation 4, even though my console is kind of broke, having hard times at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I have a hard time. I cannot connect to the internet.
I'm very tempted to double dip because a Dynasty Warriors on a handheld is tempting enough.
Yeah, that's cool.
For me, is I'm thinking about double dipping Balan Wonderworld when it comes out.
All right, and there is also others. I'm planning on getting a Vita and Persona 4 Golden.
I'm pretty much going to be booked for the first quarter of 2021. Storm Seasons, Room Factory 5 is actually from going to be quarter 2, so never mind about that. What else? Oh, Bravely Default 2. I completely forgot about that.
Wait, does it have a release date yet?
Yes. February. It's around February. March, actually. It's March.
I'm looking forward to
late
Outriders.
March.
Looking forward to
Wait, no.
Outriders.
It's February. It's February. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Oh,
I am hyped. I'm gonna buy the collector's edition.
Cyberpunk is supposed to come out in 4 more days if they don't delay it again.
February 26th.
Outriders, February 2nd, 2021.
Oh my god.
I am hyped for that game. That and Balan Wonderworld. Oh boy.
So I got so I was playing Persona 5, the original, for the 3rd time this year, and I locked every Persona in the game. So yeah, I'm pretty much ready for Royal.
Okay. But do you know how to get the best ending in Royal?
I pretty much have to tell Maruki to fuck off with his deal.
You need to max
and max out Kasumi, max out Yoshizawa in the process.
Yeah.
I thought you don't need to max out Kasumi.
I think that's required. I gotta look this up.
I remember you had to max out Maruki.
5 are true. P4R. I meant to type in 5.
Okay, fine.
Guide. Okay, go. All right. Achieve Confidant rank 9 with Marquee by November 18th. Achieve Confidant rank 8 with Gorokenshi by the 24th. Achieve rank 5 by December. And I got Kasumi Yoshizawa by December 18th. And I pretty much have to refuse all offers presented by Maruki in the 3rd semester.
Mm-hmm.
If they can have a new Injustice game for the Game Awards.
I don't know. I don't really follow up that much of the fighting game category. But I was kind of shocked that they didn't include that My Little Pony game that was released this year.
I know. I'm surprised they include that in there.
Well, let's be honest. MLP ended recently, so I don't really. It's pretty much a dead fandom at this point.
Yeah. It was good I reviewed Mortal Kombat when they did there.
Yeah, I think Mortal Kombat 11 is going to win that award for Best Fighter.
I think so too. They sold 8 million units of it there.
Nice, because it's brand
recognition.
It's
interesting on my end. When I was starting out, I was like, I made some jokes about the Vita having everybody forgetting about the Vita because there's like so few games. And nowadays, it's like the reason why I even wanted Vita was because of Persona 4 Golden.
I'm in the same boat as you, Prince. I wanted the Vita for Persona 4 Golden and the Muramasa remake. Actually, the port. And also, you can play a couple of indie games on the go.
Yeah, I just think that Persona 4 Golden is like go-to because I don't have a Steam account. I don't trust my laptop to handle a large chunk of games coming to PC.
I'm surprised my computer can run it.
Oh yeah,
Persona 4 Golden isn't really graphically demanding to begin with, so
My computer has trouble loading up DuckTales Remastered running at 60 FPS.
oh yeah. I actually have DuckTales Remastered on the PS3.
I bought it on PC, so I want to go 100% completion.
I bought it digitally. Still have it digitally on my PS3 still. Because they took it off digital storefronts there.
I have it digitally on the Wii Useless.
That's cool. It's a good game, DuckTales.
It is. It's passing.
It's a good thing you got the original actor, the original Scrooge McDuck there.
Mm-hmm. I think that's one of the better licensed WayForward games I played.
I think so too.
See it. There's also the Mummy Demastered, but I find the game to be just okay.
Little Double Dragon Neon was hard as hell there.
I haven't tried out Double Dragon Neon.
I did. It's hard. I didn't get that.
I think the best game I play from WayForward is definitely River City Girls.
River City
That's
Girls.
a surprise. I thought Pirate's Curse is going to take the cake, but River City Girls just blew it out of the water, really.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
And also for those people who are on an Xbox, it's on Game Pass.
I might get it there. Yeah, might get it there.
So Prince, so your plans for next year is you're going to play Royal.
Yep. I'm planning on getting Royal. I'm planning on getting Strikers in Default 2 in the process. And
yeah,
it's
as
like
for Default 2, RIP Pirate class, I think I'm going to miss that class.
Maybe there will be another class that focuses on the same damage.
It is Vanguard.
Oh, Vanguard.
So we get a. Can I spoil certain parts of Default 2? Or
No.
you don't want me to spoil it? Okay, all right.
No. I don't.
Neo Remastered is coming to PS5 next year. Your first Neo game.
Why?
I don't know why. Neo 1 and 2 Remaster Complete Editions come on PS5 on the 5th. Both Neo games.
I have one question. What in the fuck is up with all these remasters this generation?
I don't know, because of they did the same with the PlayStation 4 and they're doing the same thing again with the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I know that. I know they are. The one game I'm going to get is Outright.
Plus, aren't some of the games are backwards compatible?
Yeah, I think so.
So why are you making duplicate games other than trying to get the game at a better resolution and better frame rate?
Yes.
Because we got to have Monday.
Of course.
I think again,
it makes sense for the PlayStation 4 because there's no backwards compatibility for 3. It doesn't have any forms of backwards compatibility. But why are you doing it with the PlayStation 5? It does not make any sense to me.
Yeah. I'm gonna get Outriders and Super Mario 3D World for the Switch, sure.
I'll be getting that as well. Even though I still I don't know. Part of I had my moments of losing my train of thought.
Yeah.
Is that I still stand by for saying that it does not hold a candle to the Galaxy games.
Oh, that is a fact. I love 3D World, but comparing it to Galaxy 1, to me, Seems like you're just comparing Scott Stapp to Eddie Vedder.
It's nothing more than 3D Land, but with more effort.
Yeah, I played 3D Land, and I was just, this isn't for me.
Didn't 3D World have that invincible Tanuki suit?
Yes.
Yeah, but you only do that if you do die multiple times. I mean, you have to suck so hard at the game in order to get to that point, in order to get that power up.
Well, at least the game is somewhat challenging. Because every time I play Mario game, it's like a snooze fest.
Yeah.
Even playing Sunshine again, it feels like the game is just not that difficult. Except Mario 64, because I don't have a strong background in that game.
No.
Oh, man.
And plus the controls. My gosh, that controls are... I led to so many unnecessary deaths while playing Mario 64 on the All-Stars pack.
Yeah. I got the All-Stars. Good thing I got the All-Stars.
I beat that. I beat the All-Stars version of 64 in like a week.
That's good.
I don't know how long it took me to beat 64.
Probably a while.
But then again, I had to look up how to get certain stars because it's been so long.
Yeah, I have trouble finding a couple of stars in that game.
I tried Sunshine, and I
only time I look up for Sunshine is for the shortcut in Goopy Inferno.
I don't know. I don't really think I made it. I only got like the first few stars, and then when it got to like you know that one level where you enter a cave and the Shadow Mario takes away blood?
Yeah.
Yeah, you basically visited it again. It's a red coin mission that's timed.
I have not done any of the red coin missions.
Have you ever tried playing that with Joy-Cons? I have. And I don't even know, but I felt so annoyed that I had to put it down. And I tried Galaxy 1, and it feels so awkward without the Wiimote nunchuck combo. You just can't do it. I
did play Galaxy with the Joy-Con, and it felt a little bit more smooth compared to playing on the GameCube controller.
I played Mario Galaxy 1 on the Nintendo Switch.
Because when I play with just handheld mode, the controls feel pretty stiff. They're not as like fluid as back when I played it on Galaxy on the Wii version. The original version.
I'm surprised they didn't put Mario Galaxy 2 on that.
I'm glad. To be honest, I feel like I'm one of the rare individuals glad that Mario Galaxy 2 is not on there.
I never cared for Galaxy 2 either
because I hate Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
Other than it's being my first Mario game that I beat without getting a single game over, but still, it was so lifeless when I played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I never cared for Galaxy 2.
It feels like it is like $50 DLC.
Oh, yeah?
It's ironic considering it came out on a console that can't even do DLC.
Yeah, console can't do DLC.
From what I heard, yeah. I mean, there isn't really any DLC packs that you can download onto the Wii. I know this because when I was actually playing Rock Band, there was actually DLC packs that came out that had physical releases for the Wii. Anyway, I was like, I tried a few minutes of Galaxy 1 on Joy-Cons, and it's like, yeah, this isn't really...
You're not feeling it.
I ain't feeling it. Yeah, it just didn't resonate with me. It's like, maybe I have a very close relationship with Galaxy because I've played the Wii version multiple times.
So how
and I have been since I was 13 years old.
All right, so Prince, I have a question. What is your totem pole for ranking for all the 3D Mario games?
I would put Sunshine on NA because I was really too into it. But I would definitely say 64 would have to be at the bottom because, well, I love the game, but it just basically set up the template for future 3D Mario to follow. But I still respect it nonetheless. And then there's Odyssey, which is fantastic, and it's like one of the reasons why you need to. Right, yeah. If you want to buy a Switch and you're looking for a game, Super Mario Odyssey is like one of the prime examples of that.
Mario Odyssey's good.
I've been waiting 7 years for a true 3D Mario, and finally I got it in 2017.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not counting 3D World.
I don't count 3D World either. And
Mario-
yeah, Galaxy 1 has to be on top.
Of course, yeah,
But
definitely.
sandwiched in between Odyssey and Galaxy 1 is Galaxy 2. Even though I don't really care for it too much, but hey, at least it's to be a true 3D Mario.
For me, Galaxy 2 is like at the bottom for me.
Yeah.
More on the bottom. Then next would be 64, then Sunshine, and then Odyssey, and then Galaxy. Killer J, what about you, man?
What about what? Mario Galaxy?
Your ranking.
Yeah, what are your rankings?
Okay. I say Mario Odyssey's good. That one's the best one I played, best Mario game I played. Because I enjoyed that one. I got far and it was like 10 hours into the game.
Okay.
I say Galaxy 1 was pretty fun. I played on the Wii and I had a blast playing that. What else did I played the one on the 3DS. That one was good.
The 3DS one does not count. We're just talking about the main 3D Marios, not counting 3D Land and World.
Okay. Well, I played Mario Odyssey and Galaxy 1 were the best ones there.
All right. What about 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy 2?
I haven't played Galaxy 2. I can't say anything about that one. I did play Sunshine, but I got stuck on it because I don't even know what I'm doing in that game there.
What part you're stuck on? I'll be happy to help you.
I'm trying to figure where to go in certain areas there.
So you need to make sure to finish Mission 7 in every course in Mario Sunshine.
Okay, yeah. Mario 64 did play a little bit. That was okay there, but my favorite game was Odyssey.
Okay. Thank you for sharing, Killer J.
No problem. Not really good at Mario games, so I'm not really good at certain Mario games here.
Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, so it's understandable.
But I did get far in Mario Odyssey, so I can give an opinion on that one there.
All right.
Yeah, I've beaten Odyssey, but I hadn't really gone on my way to do 999 moons because I was stuck on the Koopa racing. We got to race Koopas, and you get a moon if you get in first. And I had such a hard time because there were some certain techniques that I could not time properly to save my life.
I want 100% Odyssey, but I just rather play something else. I'd rather 100% games on Steam.
But yeah, I was happy that I got through Odyssey and
Same. And also, I had a little side bet with one of my friends that if he can get less deaths than me with fighting the Dragon Boss and the Ruin Kingdom, then I have to buy that person Pyre. And I lost.
yeah. So Ruin Kingdom just comes right out of nowhere. And I mean that in a good way because
Wish that fight was a little bit longer though, or have like a world they can go explore around that castle or something.
I
That would be pretty
know.
cool. That is like missed potential right there.
Oh yeah, we got there's New Donk City.
New Donk City was pretty good on its own, especially the mechanical wiggler fight. Oh,
yeah.
and that jump up superstar bit
from the old school Donkey Kong games was Mayor, and it's like that's some nice continuity there.
Mm-hmm. And Pauline finally gets a chance in the spotlight in the 3D Mario because she only remember I think the only time Pauline started was in the game was in the Mario versus Donkey Kong series.
Yeah, I'm glad that she's getting more love.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also Get Up Superstar, and I really like the song a lot.
Same.
King is great. And
It even got its own piece in the Game Awards orchestra, which was pretty sick.
Mm.
Oh boy, I can't wait for Hades Part 4 for the Game Awards orchestra. If I hear In the Blood, then I'm gonna, you know what.
Okay.
Man,
Right.
because I love the music. I love the vocal tracks done in Hades. Especially, I love the vocal stuff in general that Supergiant Games has ever done. Bastion, Transistor, Pyre, Hades, love them all. Especially, I'm surprised I love Hades despite I don't like rogues.
Yeah, I'm rather slow when it comes to getting new games. I mean, take Uncharted 4. The game came out in like May, and I got it in October. And my copy in October.
I'm just pretty slow with Sony games in general. For example, I bought God of War on the day of release, and then I finished it in December. On December, same day when God of War won Game of the Year of 2018. That's how slow went slow when it comes to me with Sony games.
Yeah, you're slow to actually getting them done. I'm slow with actually getting
Same.
the game, period.
Another point I can make was with Ghost. I'm still haven't finished the game yet. I'm right now in Act 2. I'm just that lazy.
Yeah.
I'm just right now been playing Blaster Master Zero 2 to 100% completion.
So, yeah, I buy my. Yeah. So I bought. So I want to talk about The Last of Us Remastered that came out in like May of 2014, and I got it for Christmas 2015. Yeah, it took me a while to get to that game, but then again, I had it with my PS4, so.
Same thing with Blossom. I think it's the same thing for Blossom Master Zero. It took me up to 2020 to finally finish it. And I have to come back to it to 100% completion later on. Oh boy, hard mode and the boss rush is going to drive me crazy.
Yeah, I've been pretty slow with games lately, but then again, I was like listening to music recently.
So by the way, for games, how many games have you beaten? Not to say like about like comparing penises here.
Let's see, there was Valkyria Chronicles, there was Octo. I've been let's see, I know Octopath Traveler. Yes, I beat that. I have beaten Valkyria Chronicles, Final Fantasy 9, Persona 5 3 times.
Only no duplicates.
Fuck. Okay, fine.
Unless it's like in a collection, that's my only exception, or go 100% completion.
Yeah, so there was.
I think my duplicates are only for like either from collection or 100%. Like say, for example, for All Stars, I play all three of the 3D Mario's, and 100% completions, saying like Dragon Mark for Death and DuckTales Remastered.
I'm only counting Octopath in this instance because I finally got all the side quests done, including Galdera.
I still haven't done Galdea's side quest because I'm just not
Galdera
that
is
hooked.
insanely difficult. I mean, there is a boss rush, and then you get to
Yeah, that
Galdera.
boss
First
rush.
phase is 500,000 HP. I basically fought him so many times I actually got his weaknesses all memorized.
Nice. I just could not get myself into Octopath Traveler. After I just finished all 8 of the stories, I'm like, I'm done.
There was something about that game, but I just fell in love with it.
I do like the art style though.
Oh
and
yeah,
some
the
some of the
art.
characters.
I think Orstera has a lot of potential to be fleshed out as a world because, wow, there's just so many things. The
Yeah, there's
lore,
some
the
ways.
world, the characters. I don't know, man. Everything was just perfect to me. Well,
That
not
explains
necessarily
why
perfect,
they're
but
trying to flesh it
fantastic.
out with the mobile game for Octopath Traveler.
I'm just gonna wait until Square Enix gets off their asses and make an actual sequel on Switch.
I'll happily give it another shot for if they're going to make a sequel, because I want to know so much more about the world itself, and also please make the characters a little bit more interesting.
All right. So the overall lore is there are 13 gods that made the world. One of them, Galdera, became evil. So the other 12,
So the other 12 are based on the 12 classes, right?
yes. There's Alfric the cleric, Alphon the scholar, Befelgan the merchant, Brand the warrior, Sealteach the dancer, Doter the apothecary, just Corley here. Here was
Hope the
Aber the prince of thieves,
hope the Salve Maker class returns in Bravely Default 2. Sorry for going off topic there.
and there was Drifendi the huntress, and then there is Song the sorcerer, Balagar the rune lord, Theora the starseer, and Winnehild the war master.
Maybe try to flesh out more on the gods themselves, like in like a prequel or something. Maybe that'll be pretty interesting.
So anyway, in order to defeat Galdera, they basically Alfric used the sacred fire to seal away his power. That's why there is a religion centering around the sacred flame.
Mm-hmm.
Every 20 years, the flame bearer carries the ember to various points. There's one in Saintsbridge, in the wetlands. There's
There's another. Oh yeah, the bridge. Yeah, right. Sorry.
Goldridge, and there's Flames Grace.
Mm-hmm. Do you hope like some of the classes from Octopath might return to Bravely Default 2?
Having played a little bit of the demo, I doubt that. But I hope that there is a variation
One
of
of
Black
them
Mage,
is there.
White
One of
Mage.
them, yeah, there is a white mage in there,
Ah, great.
and one of the classes plays similar to Hanit. So
You mean Artemia?
Not Artemia. Hanit herself ability to capture monsters.
I think you mean like a blue mage, sort of. Because with blue mages, you basically get to copy any of the attacks from various beasts, and you basically get to use them as your own.
But I think it's only for like certain amount of uses, just like with Hanates.
I don't really know if Square is going to incorporate a Haunted type character.
They already did for one of the classes.
Get out of here.
Yeah, they did with Beastmaster.
Oh, okay. Is he like a late game class where you don't really
It's an
get
early
him
game
until
class.
early? So it's basically like Vampire and Catmancer.
Yeah, I guess. So that, or they might think of another blue mage character, but I don't know. See how it goes.
So there's this one thing that I actually found out about the Vampire. You can actually copy attacks from
Bosses?
yeah, and when you fight him in Narende. You know the Demon Lord bosses. There is a
Demon Lord.
particular Demon Lord.
Oh shoot! You can do that.
I think there was a Belphegor. I know that there is a Firaja, Blizzaja, Thundaja, and Aeroja. The Jaw spells are the strongest spells in the game.
Nice.
Meaning
It's been
that
a
you can
while since I played the first Bravely Default. I remember
play Bravely Second too.
We need more information about the Sword of the Brave.
Meaning there's going to be a Bravely Third, or
Bravely Finale?
What surprised me the most about Bravely Default 2 is that, oh look, we get a new story.
Yeah, but this time it's not in Luxembourg anymore. We're in Excellence. And plus, I feel like usually I feel like the jobs are like character driven, but now the asterisk play more like a key role in the story.
Meanwhile, yeah, and there was actual lore in Bravely Default in that the asterisks were made by Sage Juliana and Eroso. Or whatever purpose. I got this.
I wonder what has something to do with that. Because I'm talking about all the asterisks tie in with the book that one of the character has. I just want to know what's that about. This is made by the same people.
It turns out it's just Sage Juliana who made them.
So maybe Sage Juliana was involved with that book that Elvis was holding?
I don't really know, but all I know, I'm just looking up the asterisk, and this is like a direct story thing. Sage Juliana made the asterisks in it as a part of his plan to usurp the Crystal Orthodoxy's authority in granting vocations. Basically, changing one's job or vocation required a special approval from the Crystal Orthodoxy. With the asterisk, the sage will prevent the institution from growing rich from those sorts of things. Because, the Crystal Orthodoxy are really corrupt in the game, and you don't really know that until you get to Eternia. Which really puts things into perspective because, okay, we're awakening the crystal, but are we really doing the good thing here?
Yeah, that's true. And also you have to do that like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, that's like nuts. It just gets the middle part is easily the weakest part of the game because of how repetitive it is.
It is padding, but it does give me some time to learn about the classes and figure out which job combinations work the best.
Yeah, and it is very, very, very generous with the amount of JP they gave you.
Mm-hmm. Hope they'll do the same for Bravely Default 2. Because right now I'm trying to think of what other combinations I could do with some of the classes that's shown to me.
My favorite go-to class would be Tiz as Monk Dark Knight because you basically get to do 9,999 easily.
That's like an easy 9,999.
Yeah, easy max damage. And
max damage.
You get an extra 9 when you do Bravely Second. Oh.
I did that with Idea in second with my gun. Because I built her as a Hawkeye and a fencer.
I usually just make Idea the pirate because debuffing attack and magic attack is really key here.
That's why I love the pirate class because I love debuffing.
It makes me wonder whether or not the extra damage is useful because the debuffing for attack debuffing is useful because stillness pretty much cancels out any and all damage for 2 turns.
Oh.
Yeah, let's be frank. The Spirit Master was utterly ridiculous.
Yeah, it's OP. That's why I did not return in second.
Yeah, I figured. A lot of the classes did not come back, and it's for the better.
Because you can figure, oh well, then you have to figure out other ways to figure out any OP combos. Only OP combo that stayed is the the monk / dark knight combo of using minus strike and then phoenix flight.
No, you Phoenix Flight and then you minus strike.
Oh, phoenix flight and minus strike. Oh,
Phoenix
got
Flight
that.
reduces your HP to 1, and then minus strike deals damage equal to the
How much remaining HP that you have? I mean, how much you lost. Sorry.
Yeah, how much you've lost.
So that's the easy way to get max damage.
Yeah.
So, what is your least favorite class in Bravely Default in the Bravely series?
Hard to say, really.
For me, I couldn't get the Exorcist to work for me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not really too huge on the Exorcist either because the undo gimmick is rather key when it comes to you'll basically get to undo the amount of HP that you've lost or amount of SB that you've spent. And you get to restore BP to undo BP cost too. But the only time when the job is ever useful is when two occasions. One when you're in the first fight against Revenant, and the other when you're fighting Dove.
Speaking of Revenant, man, he is hard to take down.
Yeah, the Exorcist exists just so you can take him down that easily. I didn't use it once, but I actually looked it up and it's like, wow, the Exorcist. Yeah, if you have the Exorcist class on him when you're fighting Revenant, and basically the whole strategy is Revenant possesses one of his mooks. You basically get to fight. You basically get the crap out of said mook until it comes out, and then you just do undo, which basically reduce. And while he is possessing somebody, his total HP is 0. Meaning that once you do undo, it's instant death for him.
Really?
Yeah, there's an actual YouTube video on it.
I just try to kill it manually best way I can with, I don't know, with light and hammer combo from the wizard. And also, I'm surprised I was able to make a decent use for the Guardian. Because when I try to make it as a primary class, I don't like how slow it is.
Oh yeah.
But if I combine it with a knight, it makes them a lot manageable.
Oh, here's a fun fact. Solmir actually works with the passive skill for the astrologist passive skill. It costs a certain amount of SP, but you basically get to reflect physical damage for 3 turns.
It's been a while since I don't recall that much for using astrologer, even though I use astrologer, but I use it as one of my main team for Magnolia.
Oh yeah, I get to use that too, if only because that passive skill eventually gets learned as soon as you get to close to maxing out.
I forgot my combo for that.
Oh, here's the link.
Oh, for the what's this? It's that for the
Revenant boss fight. And it was recorded by somebody else when they were recording gameplay footage for it, but he actually used the Exorcist strategy, and it just shows you how it works. And the thing is, he's actually doing it on hard mode. So yeah, you can use that to cheese hard mode version too.
I only played it on normal. And strange that I didn't really max out.
Too.
Shame that I didn't max out my characters in second when I played it. I usually max out on default just to maintain tradition, but I could not do it in second. Maybe because I got bored or something. I just want to finish the game and move on to something else at the time, I guess.
Yeah. I will say I love Bravely Second's story.
Yeah, I'll say yeah. Story is a little bit more well paced compared to the first game.
Oh, absolutely. And it I remember back when I was going through Eternia, when chapter 4, we stopped by an old rest house, and there was a guy that was watching over the graves. He basically explained the idea of the Great Plague and how it played a role into Bravely's overall motivations.
To
No,
go
why
to go
he's the Grand Marshal, why he's anti-crystalist, and all that. In second, the story basically focuses around that as it expands upon what actually happened that day.
yeah.
Are you watching it right now?
I watched a little bit of it. I remember I let my brother played Bravely second. He had trouble fighting Revenant, so he put the game on easy mode because of that fight.
Yeah. So alternatively, he's weak to light magic.
Yeah, that's why I used the light hammer combo.
Yeah. So if you want, just make sure that you actually have the make sure you have the support skill pierce magic defense because it just makes it so easy. It just makes it an easier time.
I guess I'll try to look for that when I play Default 2. When trying to make a Black Mage character. And by the way, have you seen the trailer for Bravely Default 2 when they show all the when it show some of the classes? I think because I'm not so sure. Maybe you saw it because I did mention the Beastmaster.
That was last year, right?
I believe it was last month.
Shit, I gotta get around to watching that.
I'll link it to you.
Thank you.
Because I want to know your thoughts on that.
I am definitely going to miss. I'm definitely going to miss the second screen, even though I don't really use it as often.
I do miss the second screen when I play a default and second. I put it in the private chat just to let you know.
Okay.
They show like some of the early game classes.
Okay. I'm watching it now. What? There is an artist class.
Yeah, I also want to know what can you do with the artist. Is that going to be the blue mage?
I don't know. Might be.
There's one class that looks like you have steampunk armor, and I want to know what that is.
I love how they did the monk. Oh, here we go. Here's the Beastmaster. So there's an actual gambler class.
Question is, will the merchant return?
I hope so, because there needs to be man, there's like, remember? Because it's like, there has to be an easy way to get a lot of money. And yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the merchant class myself, because yeah, there are some utilities here and there, but it's like, yeah, forget that. I'm interested in the more money support skill, because I don't have to worry about slogging.
So you don't need to spend your time grinding for job points just to have merchant as a primary class.
Yes.
Tresta can do a better job than that.
I mean, I think Salvemaker is a pretty solid jack of all trades class when you combine with White Mage. And then we get Healing Lore, which basically doubles the potency of healing items and healing magic.
Maybe they might replace it with Apothecary. I don't know. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I definitely get to see what you mean with.
What are you gonna say, Prince?
I definitely like the idea of the Gambler class. I just don't really think it's going to be one of my favorites because it's going to be luck based, and
Who doesn't love that?
my luck tends to be fucking terrible. When it RNG completely hates me, which is weird because I love Fire Emblem so much.
Well, it's like opening a fortune cookie that says bad luck is coming your way.
Speaking of, there was like a weird thing that happened to me. I was playing Fire Emblem Blazing Sword on Wii U's Virtual Console. I was on the chapter where you recruit Guy. I got Guy to fight the brigand with the hand axe, and I had a good chance of critting. Not only that I didn't get the crit, I missed. And even though that the brigand's hand actually was super low, he actually hit Guy and killed him. I was so mad that I just stopped playing for a while.
Yikes.
I was so mad.
So, based on the trailer you saw, Rip Pirate class.
Or if the Pirates class does come back, it's probably going to be outclassed by Vanguard because of.
I'm surprised you can get that skills pretty early on.
Oh, VGL's stream just wrapped up.
But would you prefer having Vanguard early or have Monk early?
I hope to get both early.
Well, it's possible. Because in the demo, you get Vanguard, White Mage, Black Mage, and Monk.
Yeah, so 5 different kingdoms instead of 4. And here's a bit of trivia that I found on my own.
What's that?
That in Luxembourg, each of the 4 continents outside of the main one is all based on seasons, I find. Anchime is based on summer. Florum is based on spring. Eternity is based on winter, and the last one, I forget the name, is based on summer.
I thought it was fall.
Oh yeah, fall, definitely. What the hell's wrong?
Wait, does that make sense? Darn, I can't believe I forgot the name of that country because that's my favorite area in the game because I get all the really cool classes there.
I totally remember Luxembourg as a continent, but I don't even. Okay, so
Caldisla, I remember. Caldisla, Anchime,
the
Flora.
Caldus region. Caldus, duh. Anchime, Eternia.
Grand Ship can be counted as a nation, I guess. If you want to count that. Crap.
Oh, Harina. That's where Anchime is. There's Florum. Eisen. Well, not Eisenberg.
Eisenberg. Right.
Eisenberg. Yeah, Eisenberg's based on the fall. Which is weird because there's like volcanoes and stuff.
It's kind of odd though.
And I tend to associate, summer with the desert because of it's a desert.
Well, fall can be wind, but desert does not make any sense.
It basically reminds me of the seasonal associations with specific types of bending in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Water is winter, earth is spring, fire is summer, and air is fall.
But the crystals, they don't align with that said season.
Yeah, that is weird.
And by the way, Prince, have you watched the Bravely Default concert?
No.
Listen to it. It is like god tier.
Well, it's Revo, of course.
Of course, Revo makes really good. Made Bravely Default soundtrack, so it's amazing.
And Bravely Second soundtrack is pretty good too.
It's good. It's good. It's pretty good, but I feel like the 2 is a little bit kind of a step down, but it's still fine, I guess. It's good.
Yeah, Linked Horizon. Oh, they did the main music they did the intro themes for Attack on Titan.
Oh.
And yeah, I know this.
If you say Attack on Titan, yes, it's definitely good.
Yeah, and the main composer is Hiroki Sawano, who also did Kill la Kill, and he did Seven Deadly Sins. And he also composed the music for Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Ew.
Alright, not necessarily his best work.
Well,
but I didn't mind it too much.
Stinkers then and there, just like Laura with Laura Bailey's performance.
Maybe I'm just too lucky to not hear those performances. Oh, you can make it. Although the possible exception might be for Sarah from Final Fantasy 13, the Nova Dolls. But then again, I don't look too kindly on 13 as a game anyway, so.
Well, 13 is it's been hated by the FF community, despite there are some people that enjoys it.
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with how the characters were executed and how the story just takes a backseat to just about everything and how linear the game is. Gameplay is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's so linear, it's boring, and I tried getting into 13 and I was so bored that I put it down and I haven't touched it since.
I have no interest in playing 13. Maybe I'll just listen to Lightning's theme and call it a day.
I know that Laura Bailey also voiced Catherine the Succubus in Catherine, and in Catherine the Full Body. I bring this up because I was thinking about getting Catherine Full Body.
I like Catherine.
I'm debating between the OG for 360 or Full Body for either PS4 or Switch.
Full Body has more content that it offers compared to the 360 version and PlayStation 3.
I would be tempted to just get Full Body for Switch but I definitely would not play it on the go, if only because that sort of shit is not safe for work.
Yeah, there are some moments there that are not safe for work. Unless if you're playing the puzzle parts, you should be. Oh wait, except one of the bosses there.
Yeah.
The butt monster.
Yeah, that's kind of difficult to explain without providing context. And it's like, well, it's about a game where you play this guy and you have to choose between staying loyal to your girlfriend or cheating on her with a succubus.
Just basically like if you die in a dream,
In the
then
dreams, you die in real life. It's like Nightmare on Elm Street, except Robert Englund doesn't try and kill you. And yeah, they actually got some voice actors in there too. They got Troy Baker.
Troy Baker, Brooks.
Troy Baker, Michelle Ruff, Yuri Lowenthal, Travis Willingham, Liam O'Brien, Aaron Fitzgerald. Aaron Fitzgerald plays Trisha, whose actual identity.
Yes.
Ishtar. Holy shit! Aaron sounds so sexy.
Yes, and plus she's hot though.
Yeah, it helps it. Well, if she's a goddess of love, you expect her to be hot. And I had no idea that Eric can actually pull off the sexy voice too. I'm so used to her as Anya from Bravely Default Brave Second, and I actually heard some of her voice clip.
I think that's not one of her best performance there for Anya's a Bleach.
I don't know. I liked it a lot,
but I think she improved in second.
Yeah, I am not that familiar with Aaron Fitzgerald in terms of anime stuff. I think she was in Sailor Moon.
I think I just know Aaron Fitzgerald from video games.
Well, she was originally from Canada, but she moved to California in 2000. All right. She was also the original voice for Naz and May in Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Oh.
Oh, she was also Kodachi and Ranma half.
Cool.
All right, she was in Sailor Moon Crystal. I think she was also in. She was also Udial in Sailor Moon S, Ramua, Shakokaim. Oh, she was also in Knights of Sidonia. And she was also in Persona as well. She was Chie in Persona 4. She was Wakaba Ishiki in Persona 5.
Nice. By the way, for Chie, talking about the original place P4.
No, that was Tracy Moore.
Okay, so Golden.
Aaron was in Chie was. Wait, Aaron was voicing Chie since the anime adaptation. The anime adaptation was back in 2012.
Speaking of anime adaptations, what P4 is by far one of the better anime adaptations for a video game, right?
Oh yeah, I've watched it myself. It's great.
It's solid. When it comes to anime or / movie adaptations, either Persona 4 and Professor Layton got the best one of the bunch.
Yeah, but then again, the animation studio actually gave a shit. So, I mean, you compare that with A1, and there is a bunch of problems with Persona 4 Gold and how it's adapted. Notably, Marie got almost all the screen time. Got more screen time than just about everybody else, and that's like.
I love Marie. Marie is my waifu, but geez, they overdid it.
Okay, I understand the appeal. I mean, I understand that people love tsunderes, even though they tend to be a tired trope at this point.
Yeah.
I'm very much looking forward to Rise as my Persona 4 waifu.
Ah,
I don't know. I mean, okay, I get to have an idol as my girlfriend. That's cool. And
that's
I get
cool.
to.
Well, if you can tolerate her cooking.
Yeah, Inaba girls suck at cooking. At least Nanako has an excuse. Alright, you know what? So,
I think the only
Nanako?
person that can decently cook is Naoto.
I don't know. I haven't really tried Naruto's cooking, but I'm not really going to make her a waifu because, she's already going out with Kanji.
Yeah, I do ship Naoto and Kanji though.
Yeah, it's kind of canon at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of canon.
So, who do you think is the canon ship for you, Narukami? Rise?
Maybe. I mean, I could go for Chie or Yukiko too.
Or what about Marie?
If I can get over my personal, it's not distaste, but it's like I'm just feeling I feel met towards tsunderes in general nowadays.
I think you've just seen enough anime. Just like once you see a tsundere, you just basically seen them all. Yeah, you just got understand
Yeah, you
about that
basically
trope.
get to once you figure out how tsunderes in general tend to function. It's like, well, I hate. It's not like I love you or anything, Baka. It's like they go back and forth on whether or not. I mean, 1 minute that they think that you're an idiot, and the second it's like, I love you so much.
It gets pretty annoying on your part.
Yeah, it's like, make up your damn mind, why don't you?
You speak from the heart.
I mean, at least when Severo was acting tsundere-ish, acting sort of tsundere, she actually had an excuse. I mean, most of it was based off her insecurities.
Because her mother is just trying to be all perfect and all that. So that fueled her in both her superiority and inferiority complex.
Exactly. And it didn't really help that Cordelia was pretty insecure when it came to her romantic affections towards Crom.
That is true. At least Severa had some character development in Fates. She's a lot more patient than before.
That's nice. But then again, I didn't really like Fates as a whole anyway because of how half-assed the execution turned out to be.
Still haven't played Revelations yet, and my 3DS memory card will not let me have any space to play it.
Here's a pro tip for you, Beck. Don't. I thought, Mac, it's a definitive version of Fates because you get to have all the characters. It's not worth it. The story is, they somehow managed to half-ass the story even more. Because there's like, that basically one of the bosses, in like the final chapters, that's Azura's mother.
Oh yeah, Azura's mother, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, and it turns out that her sister is Queen Mikoto, aka your birth mother, and it's like, you have no idea how awkward that it was to me since I made Azura my waifu on all three paths.
Well, not as yeah, that kind of feels kind of weird from you saying that.
Yeah, and it turns out there was some actual fleshing out in that Anakos is actually your biological father.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, how can a dragon fuck a human?
That explains why Korn has dragon powers?
Yeah, but it's like, how though? How can you do it? The sheer, as Austin Powers would put it, the sheer mechanics of it are mind-boggling.
Well, thank goodness for Echoes and Three Houses for polishing things up.
I haven't
Otherwise,
played Echoes, but I would definitely try and consider getting a copy of it, if only because hey, I wasn't really too huge on remakes because I haven't played a Fire Emblem remake since Shadow Dragon and Heroes of Light and Shadow.
Yeah, those two I heard aren't very good. Minus Lion Shadow was okay, despite your main character kind of sucks. As in terms of narratives, because Mart was like stroking in your penis throughout the entire story.
I didn't really mind Heroes of Light and Shadow or Shadow Dragon all that much, but it's like, well, we are remaking the first and third games in the franchise. There isn't really a whole lot we could do with it.
Please remake 4, please.
Yes, especially since I don't really think they're ever going to bring 4 over to Virtual Console and localize it like they did with the first Earthbound.
Well, they localized the. Wait, no. They did localize the first Fire Emblem with an English translation. That's a limited release, both physical and digital. Nintendo.
It actually had a physical release too.
Yes.
Fucking A.
Better be off just pirating the game, because due to being a limited release and all, it's just an emulation of an English translation.
Besides, the first one aged like milk. It's basically the first Zelda in that it's so archaic. And it's so beloved because oh look, it's where it all began with Marth. It's like Marth as a character is an excellent character. He is well constructed. His stories are, while not the best writing at times, it's solid enough, and I can understand why the Arcadia games are so beloved. But the first game is aged like milk. But then again, it's an NES game that kickstarted the. Well,
The
it didn't
entire
kick.
series, the entire franchise.
Yeah, it's just that there has been future installments that actually incorporate elements into it that make it stand out more. I mean, take a look at Blazing Sword. Look at the Tellius games.
There might be rumors they're gonna remake either Binding Blade or Tellius.
Please let it be the Tellius games. I would pre-order that in a New York minute.
Same here, and I'm gonna look forward to torturing myself once I get to Radiant Dawn part of the collection.
I played Radiant Dawn a crapful of times.
Basically,
So I'm
it's
not
like
really
your
worried
it's
about
like your
gameplay wise, but story wise, yikes! I am not really into that.
really. I thought it was decent with the story, despite the Dawn Brigade.
I don't think the Dawn Brigade were bad characters. It's just that then we get to part 3, which starts out good, and it's like, oh look, Dan's joining in and helping Banyan for some reason, and then you find out why, and it's like, are you serious? Yeah, the Blood Pact is quite possibly one of the most contrived plot devices I've ever experienced in a video game.
You're talking about Naysala's Blood Pact, right?
Well, I was talking about the one King Peleus made with.
I am not familiar with the characters in Tellius series, so I don't know much about the story of it very well, though.
Well, I have went through the story of both Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn.
Yeah. So you're the expert on that one.
My memory's a bit hazy. My memory's a bit dodgy.
I'm just not looking forward to playing as a Dawn Brigade because of the units there. I heard they're all very good.
Oh yeah,
Meg.
If you actually put it, you know, you got. What I found out is that if you actually put effort into May, she actually becomes a decent enough army unit. But even then, you're better off focusing your efforts on units like Micaiah, Soth, Edward, Nolan, Jill, Zahark,
Well,
because
I'm
they
glad you.
actually get shit done, and they're pretty easy to raise, and it's a low risk, high reward sort of deal.
Especially for Micaiah, because Micaiah is a glass cannon.
She's slow. She can't take a lot of physical hits. Her HP pool is kind of garbo.
Please fix that if they're gonna remake the Telliers games.
I could definitely expect some full-fledged voice acting.
Oh, you get to hear more performance person who voiced Ike and from Heroes.
Greg Chun. Yeah, that's his name. The actor. That's Greg
Maybe
Chun.
he might call like "No Sympathy for Me."
Let's see. Greg Chun was also in. He also was in anime and in anime games too. Notably, he was Alphen from Octopath Traveler. And he was also that Michael Jackson demon from Demon Slayer, and he was also the one dude from Gundam Build Divers. I know.
I didn't recognize his voice that he voiced Alpha from Octopath Traveler.
Yeah, I actually browsed TV tropes. And yeah, Greg Chun's there. Meanwhile, let's see, there is.
I think Fire Emblem and Skylanders maybe just made me like well aware about voice actors in general, especially from Heroes.
Yeah. And there's also.
Because I didn't know Erica Mendez voiced Deirdre and Deirdre for from 4 and Bernadetta from Three Houses.
Yeah, and she was also Emma from Promised Neverland. She was Deanne Seven Deadly Sins. She was Ryuko from Kill la Kill. Haruka / Sailor Uranus from Sailor Moon. I actually got a Deanne print signed by her when I went to CouchCon 2020.
Nice.
Yeah, I had a great time in case you were wondering. I actually made a thread on Twitter about it.
Nice. You're able to meet a variety of different voice actors, and you're quite knowledgeable on that. All I've done is like I met a couple of YouTubers at a convention I used to go to.
Yeah, well,
But I kind of wish that I met
have-
Pro Jared and Alpha Omega Sin while I was there.
I definitely would have loved to meet Alpha, but Jared I was kind of sketchy on because I'm just waiting for the whole controversy between him and his wife to blow over, if it hasn't already.
I'm done with him. I'm done with the whole controversy. We can just shake hands. Where I think that's about it.
Yeah.
I feel like the case is already closed.
Yeah.
And,
it's already made clear.
It's like no hard feelings. Water's under the bridge. I think we're good now.
I don't really watch his content as much anyway, so.
Well, if you're into Final Fantasy and talking about D&D, and also if you're interested in watching his top 10 best and worst games of the certain year,
just don't. I don't really think that his review of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle it was a particularly good video of his.
I feel like that's understandable.
You'd think, but then I found Ruby of Blue's commentary on it, and he just pointed out, well, I don't really think when people say that Sonic Adventure 2 hasn't aged too well, and they show gameplay footage explaining it, it's just them just not doing a good job of playing the game. It's like, well, with the treasure hunting stages, I understand because Meteor and Mad Space can eat me.
I feel you with Mad Space. I can't stand that stage. I think Mad Space for Rouge aquatic mines for Knuckles.
No, the early Knuckles, the early treasure hunting stages are actually pretty simple. And even at the later stages, it's like, okay, we just need to follow the radar. We have to use the hint system, even though that it's vague as fuck.
And plus, the radar can be used in any part, in any area, so it should be fun. You can be able to figure out where to go if you know the layout.
Yeah, familiarity with layout is like super key in those stages.
And also, what are your thoughts on Security Hall for Rouge's stage?
I remembered sucking at it so hard, but then it's like, okay, I just rely on the radar. It's like, okay.
And plus, that's my first exposure to time limits when I was young, when I first played the game. So I was like panicking like crazy. And by the way, I have a question about Sonic Adventure 2 from your experience. Does your save file ever get deleted?
I don't think it does unless I intentionally delete it myself. Why?
Because I got 2 cases of all of my file like reset to 0 for some odd reason. It happened to me twice for both the English version and the Japanese version of the game.
It must be some kind of glitch. But then again, I got my copy of Sonic Adventure 2 file back in 2005, 2006. So
I was young back then, so I don't know the specific date.
What, when it came out?
Yeah, because I keep having that same
It came out on Dreamcast on 2001.
I'm talking about the GameCube version, really.
Okay, SA2E.
I don't know specifically when I got it.
All right, it came out in December 20th, 2001. In Japan, at least. In the North American version, came out on February 11th, 2002.
It's interesting. From my experience when I play Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, I beat the Japanese version first. I just beat the game in the Japanese version, not the English version. I just only beat the dark story and call it a day.
Yeah,
because I cannot get past Crazy Gadget and.
Yeah, I was used to be like that too, but then I looked it up, and it's like, this is actually pretty simple. How could I not get this sooner? Actually, pretty simple.
It's a shame that Sonic games are not really that good. After Generations, it's just. Yeah. Well, there's Sonic Mania. That's the only good one, but that's the outlier. But everything else is like not very.
Well, good. That was like 2D, and and all the Sonic fans seems to be enamored with it.
And plus, it's handled by Christian Whitehead, so I'm surprised they did a good job with that. Despite even though he handles the enhanced version of Sonic CD, but. Despite I don't like the game, but I'm impressed what they did with Sonic Mania. And it's pretty much the only Sonic game that got all the Chaos Emeralds. And also I did play Sonic Forces, and oh boy.
Yeah, I haven't really touched a lot of Sonic games. I played the Mega Collection, I played Heroes. Nowadays I couldn't get past Lost Jungle, but nowadays I can.
Let me guess, is the alligator section at the end?
Yes. Were you stuck on that too?
I was it took me a while when I play as Team Sonic. I was freaking out like crazy when I played through it, but I actually got through it. Took me like, I don't know, 5 or 10 tries, and I finally got past it. But I haven't got to Team Dark part of Lost Jungle yet. I'm still at the canyon.
Wow, we've been going at this for 2 hours. Holy crap.
Dang.
So, yeah, I might as well I think I'll just end the broadcast. We can continue our conversation after that.
Yeah.
So
Is there
this,
anything else you want to cover throughout the this is your
No.
video after all.
nothing else. I feel like we're just boring my viewers at this point.
Yeah, we've
Well,
just been talking about any
I hope
random
that-
nonsense that you
I hope that this episode of Alchemist's Castle
sorry if I
has
didn't
been-
word that correctly, sorry. Just
I hope
whatever
that
that
this-
would come up, I guess.
I hope that this episode of Alchemist's Castle has been to your liking. I'm very sorry that we've been talking for so long, but there is just a bunch that we want to talk about.
Well, time flies, doesn't it, right, Prince?
Yes. But still, I hope that this stream was up to your satisfaction. This is Ryan, your Prince of Alchemy, saying I hope to see you again for episode 3. If I ever get around to making it. Farewell.